Yo, what up, y'all? This your boy Riley Young, Sun God, Prince Mazzani, whatever you want to call me. I'm gonna do a video talking about parents and mothers and fathers. A lot of people be having problems with their parents, especially as children growing up. They feel like their parents are not there for them or don't understand them, and they're mean and you know they might abandon them, which in some cases are true. And then you have some children who feel like they got the best parents in the world. You know what I'm saying? And they love their parents, which is great. But we're gonna talk about the people who feel like their parents didn't provide for them enough, didn't get them all the Jordans, didn't get them everything, and felt like their parents were being bad parents because they didn't financially have the stuff that they needed, or they couldn't be there, and the child was always alone. I'm gonna use my life for an example. I grew up in a home. It was just my mother, you know what I'm saying, and I had 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and we was all different in age. I had older brothers. I had one younger brother. I was the second youngest. I had 2 sisters and another brother. You know what I'm saying, like. But my mother always had to work. She worked 2 jobs actually, but in those 2 jobs, we always got what we needed. I'm talking about video games. I'm talking about the new Jordans. Every new Jordan that dropped, we had it. Clothes. We was flea. We was going to school flea. My mother was busting her ass. We never seen her that much because she had 2 jobs. She was going 7 o'clock in the morning. She didn't come home till probably like 8 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? But she was providing for her children. You know what I'm saying? Now, most people might say, damn, my mother was never there, but I got everything I need. She's a bad mom. Or I could be like, my mother cared about me. She loved me because she brought me everything I need. No, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Most people get parents that buy them everything, but emotionally not there. Mentally not there. They don't understand their children. They just take their anger and frustration out on them, and they just buy them things that they need. That's not being a good parent. You know what I'm saying? And most of our parents' childhood was messed up. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand that. Parents, adults, mothers, fathers are just children that grew up and had children. They never really had proper healing. They never, some of them probably did, but 90% of our parents didn't go to therapy. They didn't get evaluated. They didn't get checked. They just became an adult, left high school, or probably had you in high school and was hit with all these adult problems. You know what I'm saying? So they still trying to heal and trying to figure the world out and raise you and feed you at the same time. We don't give them enough credit for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all them damn bills and stuff, plus trying to keep you up to date with the fashion or whatever. Most parents didn't care about that, but my mother did. My mother was like, oh, my son can't be going out the house looking all crazy. So she did her best to try to get me everything, which to me, now that I look back on it, was kind of stupid, because it's like, damn, Ma, I wish I would have known better back then. I wish I wouldn't have been this little kid that wanted the new Jordans all the time, because you could have saved that money and bought a house. You know what I'm saying? But back then, I didn't know better, so it was like, Ma, I want the new Jordans. Ma, the new Jordans came out. And she did that. She made it happen every time until I got to high school. When I got to high school, I had to defend for myself. It was over. It was like, nah, nigga, you 16, nigga, you better, you 15, you better go get you a job or something. You know what I'm saying? And then you got your children that's in different situations where their parents didn't have enough to buy them clothes, to buy them sneakers. And they going to school and they getting made fun of because their clothes are outdated or they wearing the same thing over and over again. My whole point of the conversation is your parents did pretty much what they could, you know what I'm saying? And nobody checks on their mental health. They think because they're adults that they got it all together. That's not the case. There's a bunch of adults out here that feel suicidal, that feel left, abandoned, hurt, don't have nobody to talk to. They're going through stress. Then they got to take care of children at the end of the day. And my mother was a single mom, you know what I'm saying? With 7 kids. Like, what the fuck? We never once, I don't think we ever once said, yo, Mom, are you good? Are you okay? It was always, we want. We hungry, we want. I don't think we ever, besides Mother's Day, 1 day out the whole year, and her birthday, 2 days out the whole year, we check on her and see what she want, or we surprise her with a gift. And every day, 365, she's busting her ass to make sure we good. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't outweigh. It doesn't match up. You know what I'm saying? So for children that feel like their parents abandoned them, don't love them, didn't buy them what they want, you gotta understand your mother was probably a scared little girl, just like you at one point, and had a child and made some mistakes and still chose to raise you, still chose to keep you and do the best that she can in this world. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that she got to go through life just as you. You don't have the answers right now. She didn't have the answers then and grew up and still had to try to figure it out, pay bills, and try to get the answers. Like, everybody is going through something in their life. No matter if it's your mother, father, brother, sister, you know what I'm saying? If your parents wasn't, like, having you starving and molesting you or touching you, I think they're pretty good parents at the end of the day. Even if your parents, I spoke to this one girl earlier today, and her parents used to tell her that they didn't love her and she was a mistake. And yeah, that's some hurtful shit to say to a child. You know what I'm saying? That's some hurtful shit to hear your mother or your father say that to you. Period. But you know, we have to be evaluating these things. Why is my mother saying this to me? You know, at a young age, you don't think, why is my mother saying this to me? You just cry and you just think, damn, this is hurtful. I hate this woman. I hate this man. I want to get out of this house. You want to run away. But we in a generation of, have to become the healers for our family. We have to be the ones that step in the middle and evaluate our parents. Even though, yeah, they supposed to be the adult and they supposed to have all the answers. They don't. They don't have all the answers. They're hurt too. You know what I'm saying? So I gave her a different perspective on how to look at it. I told her, like, yo, your mother probably heard the same exact things that you just heard from her mouth as a little girl. Her mother probably told her she hated her, that she was a mistake, that she didn't love her, you know what I'm saying? And she grew up with that pain and that hurt and passed it down to you. And now you hearing it from your mother's mouth, and you can either learn from it, you can either grow from it, or you can let it hurt you and you pass it down to your children. Somewhere along the line, we have to break the cycle. We have to understand these things. If somebody's acting out of character, if somebody's acting bad, if somebody's acting ill, they've been traumatized somewhere in their life. You have to figure out where they've been traumatized and help them overcome that trauma. Now, I know you probably like, well, that ain't my job. That's my parent. I didn't ask to be born. It's your mother. It's your father. And if you love them, that shit is your job. You know what I'm saying? It's the least you could do, probably. Like, shit, they brought you in the world. They provided for you as much as they can, whether they said some wild, crazy shit or not. Help heal them. And in the process of you helping to heal them, it'll help heal you. Because now you get the mother that you always dreamed about. You get the father that you always dreamed about. You know what I'm saying? Everybody need a bunch of healing, but nobody knows where to start healing. So, just be thankful that you have parents. Most people lose their parents before they can even get a chance to say these things to them, to try to fix it. You know what I'm saying? So, don't think like your situation is worse than anybody else's, because there's other people out there who's in a lot of bad predicaments. But if we all can find a mutual ground and understand that we all here to learn from each other and to help each other. Not, oh, I'm better than you. Not, oh, my parents brought me this. Not, oh, my mom does this. No, we all here to learn and help each other. And that way, the next 2, 3, 4 generations of children that are being born with healthy parents, with healthy, mentally strong parents. You know what I'm saying? Financially strong parents. Our parents was damn near descendants of slaves, like whips and chains. They got so much PTSD that shit, they might need years of healing to get over that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you have to take that into consideration. You have to take that into accountability.